Mark Crook, where's Mark Crook? Is he in the house? Mark Crook, yeah! Ah!
Am I supposed to come in from that?
No, I don't know. I saw people looking over there. I don't know where you were, but I was talking about you earlier. Just stand up here for a little bit. Enjoy the spotlight, you know? Mark just got married. His wife, is your wife here? Mark's wife, give a big round of applause for her. But this is Mark's profit chart, and this is just a thing of beauty. You know, public companies wish that they had charts like this. And it wasn't easy. Remember this time period, Mark? Where you were going flat. You had your own newsletter, and you couldn't really balance trading with like the newsletter. And you were just flat. And I mean, did you think that it was over then? Did you think like, you're just not gonna make any more money? What were your thoughts?
No, I think... I turned it off. Test.
Because I think everyone in here, you know, not everyone obviously enjoys this uptrend, but they have this flat period and maybe even a down period. What were your thoughts then?
Yeah, I think, jumping into teaching was probably a little bit early in the game at that point. I was still, new to the game, I would say, and I think experiences. So while it was a good experience, getting to really, immerse myself in the teaching and videos, which I'm doing now, and I think, I've gotten a lot more comfortable, and I think it was just sort of a learning curve, balancing the teaching and the trading, and I think there's an art to it, and who better to learn from, than Tim himself. So
apparently a lot of Tims are good at this.
Well,
raise your hand if your name is Tim in here. You guys are my next fucking millionaire students, FYI. It's really kind of strange.
I think I'm going to change my name.
You should. But no, so now you've gotten it back. What has changed since that, sideways period? What have you learned in the past, it looks like 2.5 years that, your chart just keeps going very gradually? And you still have losses, mind you. This is not like he's winning every time. He's winning 55% of the time.
Yeah, I think, as Tim always teaches, cutting losses quickly, just being a student of Tim's for so long has really, kept me on the conservative side and not really gotten, not getting too aggressive and too much of a gunslinger mentality, which I think was the case earlier on. And so cutting losses quickly, smaller position sizes, and just, I guess, really playing it safely is the key to it, most success, because I think the vast majority of traders and aspiring traders, want the big money as quick as possible, and that's just not, that's just not reasonable, I think, for the most part.
Sometimes you message me, and I don't know if you realize it. Actually, often you do this, where you've made 2,000 or 4,000 on the day, and the stock keeps going, and you're like, God, why am I such a wuss? And I'm like, you just made $2,000 in a day. Do you realize that you do that pretty often?
I'm pretty used to it.
I mean, it's good, but it's funny. Like, when you make 2,000 or 4,000, and you could have made like 10,000, do you go back and look back like a few weeks later, and you're like, congratulate yourself. I just made 2,000 in a day, even though I could have made 10,000.
Yeah, I think
I think you need to congratulate yourself more. I think you're too humble.
I think Tim.
Everybody give him another round of applause. Shine the lights on him. Get the spotlight on him. He needs more spotlight.
No, I think we all get sort of wrapped up in the moment, thinking we can make more. You know, we're all greedy as part of human nature. So I try to keep it in perspective, and Tim always reminds that to me, and some of my friends too. So you know, a few $1,000 in a day. You've just got to keep it in perspective and understand you're never going to take, you know, the whole move. And as Tim always talks about, the meat of the move is really what it comes down to. So, you know, do that a few hundred times, and you'll be pretty good and pretty consistent. And that's really what I've kind of focused on doing the last couple of years since that newsletter.
Well, I mean, I think this chart is a good reminder of, you know, the big picture. I brought up earlier, you weren't here when I had all these little slides for you, but I said that you used to be in Texas in a cubicle job. Is that right? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I was an accountant
right,
back in Houston, and I graduated UT Austin, did a master's in accounting, and it wasn't for me. And thank God I came across a YouTube video that Tim did, or many of anyways, but back in 2010, and I knew there was something better for me, something that would eventually, you know, I'd find a true love, and that's really what work-wise what it's, you know, been for me with trading. And obviously I can't thank you enough for bringing me into this game, because
and you met the love of your life too. You met the work love and the love, the real love.
My love of my life, and I give you some credit to that as well, because you invited me to Miami back in 2012. So, and I took that step. I decided to leave Houston and come to Miami. My family's out in Israel. They were begging me to come to Israel. I said no. I'm going to come to Miami. So.
Miami is Hebrew heaven, though. For our noses, it's
that's
great.
Part of the reason.
It's not random that there are so many of us in Miami. Do you breathe better in Miami too?
I think so.
Yeah, you do. You're damn right.
I think my trading's gotten better too.
Your trading is getting better because your breathing is better. And I also have to thank you. You know, we're here on like this Thank Fest, but I want you to see what I want out of each and every one of you, because I have 4,000 plus video lessons now. I guarantee that the vast majority of the room has watched only a small sliver of them. So when you ask me questions like, why don't you like this pattern? There's probably about 600 videos on that pattern. He watched every single one of my videos 3 times. That's insane, man.
Well,
I make them and I'm like, I'm done. Yes!
And I still watch them.
I am not worthy. I am not worthy. I am not worthy.
Also, like from the entire staff, we want to thank Mark as a challenge instructor.
Well, I'm getting to that. So that's the next slide.
All right.
No, maybe not. Yeah, the middle slide. So the whole staff and my team want to thank you too, because you've taken some of the pressure off me now, because now you're mentoring other challenge students, making video lessons, giving alerts specifically to challenge students, and giving, you know, live webinars. And I know everyone loves that. You guys in the challenge, do you like that? And that's what this is all about. I need more help. I used to give like 3, sometimes 5 live webinars a week. I had like no voice. That's when my weight ballooned. So thank you. You're helping me. You know, I'm trying to be yoga now, I guess. I don't know. But no, I just wanted to bring you up. Thank you, man. Seriously. This was great. My name is Tim Sykes, and I teach people to trade stocks. I am a self-made multimillionaire. So this is the ideal trade that I'm going to talk about. I want you guys to understand every single aspect of this trade.